Hi friends, I am so thankful and extremely happy to for you guys to stopping by and watching this video, and may my God be generous enough so that my expertise and experience be of value to you for the worthy investment of time you are doing. In this video, I'm going to tell you a real way which I implemented on WhatsApp. Replace WhatsApp by Facebook or LinkedIn or wherever you want to, of applying of how to make a systematic group about it and how to go ahead on a successful implementing group, which eventually brings a lot of momentum, engagement, and leads and business eventually. So from business point of view, so whether you are running a corporate, small, big, or professional, let's say you are a dentist who want to basically capture more of market, or you want more of promotion kind of thing, a NGO or an educational institute, the entire thing, this is very right way of one of the best ways that I personally recommend and follow of making and going ahead with the group. In order to make it the scale of numbers being very much in control, I have implemented this strategy on WhatsApp. Just replace WhatsApp with the free Facebook or a LinkedIn group, but the methodology, the strategy is basically the same. What happened was I was without asking me, a lot of my friends have included me in lots of Facebook and LinkedIn group, which I eventually just quitted. And then I decided that what if I want to launch a group? Ultimately, I'm a marketer, I'm a businessman, and I'm a strategist. So how will I go ahead? So in order to have a controlled experiment kind of thing, I started with WhatsApp. Now I was interacting with couple of my close friends and family members on a very regular basis. Every day we were sharing lots of jokes and forwards of WhatsApp on a daily basis. So I systematically scanned up 12 of my closest persons whom I share on a daily basis. And what I did was pretty simple. Uh, Up till this time, there was no specific intention to put in them in a group. Up till that time, I didn't had any personal group, and this time I wanted to have a controlled kind of experiment on them without letting them know, which successfully succeeded. And what I did was pretty simple. First thing, I made my personal group in WhatsApp, a very close group, and I added all 12 of them without asking them. I was expecting this response that all 12 of them withdrew. In fact, all 10, 11, without letting me withdrew, and one or two complained. Yeah, why have you added me? So this was quite an expected response because even I am like that. So like attracts like, same people kind of thing. So I now adopted a different strategy. I become more consistent for next 7 days, and I made deliberately that I chose the kind of content these people like. Most of them like more or less same kind of contents. And on every day, first thing in the morning, as soon as I get up and do brush and come in the active zone, and then in the lunch hours, and third thing in the night when the normal work is over and in the dinner phase, at that time, all 12 of them, I tried to systematically put in contents which interest each of them individually. Now there were three or four kind of things. There were like two or three subgroups where people were more or less the same kind of content was put in, but one content was not posted on all 12 of them. So it was like three or four different pieces of content. So someone who really like a lot of food related stuff, so jokes related to food. Someone who loves non-veg jokes, which is like Santa Banda, which is very common in India. So that kind of friends, which are my schoolmates. Another kind of friend circle where who have more kids and they like more of intellectual stuff, which is the brainy stuff kind of thing. So some light joke or sarcastic kind of comment kind of joke on them. So these are three or four different types of content which are more of tailor-made kind of content for each of subgroup. And I kept doing this systematically for next 7 days. After 7 days, in between, by the third or fourth day, I started getting a lot of. They also start responding with more of forwards, and There was a gradual engagement and momentum build up. So on seventh day, when I thought, okay, this is a time when it is already on the shape, people have understood, and they got an idea of what kind of quality content that I'm posting in. Then I requested each one of them on simple WhatsApp. See, actually, I'm posting more or less the same content, and it's just like we both are sharing each other, so you're really enjoying it. So I was just wondering if I make a WhatsApp group, because that way it will be far easier for me to post this kind of content on a regular basis. Now, interestingly, in spite of all this, out of 12 people, most people rejected. No, please observe. I'm giving a very practical picture. People, these people are there for 20 years in my life. Okay, they were okay if this content was coming on a on personal level, but they were not okay if a WhatsApp group was made. Replace the WhatsApp by Facebook group or LinkedIn group. Understand this critical aspect. These are really serious people who get engaged with the same kind of content. They got engaged, they really like the content, but they are not comfortable with the idea of WhatsApp group. And when I asked him why, they said, I'm already part of lots of WhatsApp group, so I do not believe there will be an engagement. I said, don't need to give an engagement, but it's like it saves my time, so post so many of this regularly. But in it, well, so after this kind of 1 or 2 days kind of very happy negotiation kind of thing, I was able to pursue about 8 of them out of 12 to join a WhatsApp group. Still 4 were not interested, simply saying no. Now understand, the first time when I directly added them without their consent, it didn't work out. These 8 people who were with me, out of them 6 to 7 were regularly on a daily basis, were adding value to the group. They were content, they were engaged on a daily basis, twice or thrice or 4 times a day. Now, once I have made this WhatsApp group, now I'm posting one similar kind of content. I'm not making a tailor-made kind of content. This is another strategy that I am, but it is the group have taken the momentum. The point, gentlemen, in this entire cycle is at the startup time, when you forcefully add someone in your LinkedIn group or a Facebook group, one, they will simply leave. And even if they are added, because they are not they that is not adding value to them, and they are forcefully done, it is without their consent, or they deep inside didn't want it to, it is like you know it's like you're just trying to be smile and a fake smile kind of thing. You have just a fake presence there, you have no actual engagement, there is no actual fun. So the heat of consider sex will not be there. It will simply like you are just going there and kissing to someone and is just resisting it. So that kind of negativity will come in. So a positive energy is where there is a heat is there, there's a momentum is there. You have to do a lot of things. So management math lessons and business lessons in it. Number one, choose systematically what kind of group you want, what kind of things group represent. Not, I'm not talking about the group rules. So let's say dentist in Mumbai, great. So there are so many other dentist group. What exactly is the core value proposition that you are looking for? So like if today I'm making a group on ebooks, or online courses, so it will be like uh, we make money, not ebooks. It's pretty simple, straightforward. I'm a businessman who's into ebooks and intellectual properties and online courses. So earlier it was ebook, now it's online course. Probably next day it will be something else. So we'll systematically move the publication into that arena. But uh, I am not a ebook reader or a writer who's trying to become a businessman. So today, so the proposition in terms of the USP, the value proposition is distinctly clear. This is the businessmen who are into ebook business, the one who make money out of ebooks, not those people who are passionate about ebooks and then they try to sell it. The value proposition is distinctly clear. Second, so my group, if I have to make the group on Facebook or LinkedIn, and I must accept that being a passionate ebook reader, I'm a part of over 2000 Facebook groups who are the Kindle related ebook groups. But then the proposition will be distinctly clear why they should join me and why not others, and what is the thing. Second, there is a right way of doing things. I choose the kind of target market or the kind of people that I want to be in there. So you know so continuing with the same example, those people who are businessmen who make money from ebook, their mindset will be totally different. It's just like a capitalist who is going inside an publication industry, an ebook, taking ebook as a medium. Their mindset will be totally different than a social worker or a writer who's passionate about writing and then he's trying to business. So it's like a social worker who's trying to run a capitalist economy of US or a business. Is the entire way of doing things, their mindset, their ideology, their value system, everything will be very different. So my target market will be very, very clear in my mind. Now, as soon as these two things are very clear, the third thing automatically comes in the picture. What is kind of content will be intriguing to them? So probably in my group and my kind of people who are now have become like, they will be more interested in contents like, okay, Harry Potter's book one made so much amount of money and XYZ was the strategy at the back end that was implemented. They will not be so intrigued with the kind of content, uh, Shakespeare said so and so, and there's some eye in research or some very highly literary work there, and which never got any, which didn't sold even 100 copies, and there's such a wonderful, it is available freely on Kindle. They will not be interested in that. So the content again is going to be very, very important. Now you can replace the entire thing probably if it's dentist, a dentist in Mumbai probably, it will be like dentist catering to, okay, a dentist catering to probably a uh, middle class businessmen or solopreneur dentists in Mumbai. So their idea will be, oh, those dentists who are in solopreneur who have their own clinic, rather than those dentists who are probably in who are working with big dental hospitals or a part of hospital who's already on or a big clinic. So something like there should be a clear value proposition. And once you decide these two factors, what will be your USP, what in a tough competitive market you are going to stand for, automatic. And my experience is, instead of faking out, it's better that you invest 2 3 6 months deep inside what you really want to do. There's always a choice that you go in through the way like a treasure hunt goes, and over the span of time you fine tune it, and you you eventually start off with something else, and then you end up with something else. Like I started with ebooks with the point of view to make money 10 years back, and today I make online courses to sell and to make money out of it, and now I'm systematically moving. So probably next year onwards I might have an online community which is more focused on strategy, because I'm more focused not on the literally or fun part of it, but on a very serious business management, the serious strategy part, the serious profit and loss calculation of a businessman part of the intellectual part of it. So my content is not on the entertainment side, but on strictly on more on the profitable business, financial, strategy, marketing, and a serious intellectual note, or at least seriously profitable. That's what I want to know. I'm very comfortable if it is not intellectual, but it's profitable and mutually profitable. That's what I want to know. So, point again is simple. One, your group should stand for something. Second, go through the right way, take the consent, to be clear with what kind of target people they are. Seduce them. Don't try to bombard them. Seduce them with some quality content. Show them the sample of quality contents that is there, and over the span of time, let them be interested. Once they are once it's like once the heat is built and they are really interested in you, it's just like how blogging business is done. You have something to take their email, then over a span of 2 3 months you follow up very systematically by showing the quality of the content on your blogs, and then after probably 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, that kind of reader buys from you. So that is very much the strategy of a systematic, really positive groups and engagement. And trust me, when it comes to Facebook group, LinkedIn group, or any kind of successful profitable group which really is hitting the objective, objectives doesn't necessarily mean money out of it. If you're an NGO, it can be communicating some cause also. But then success of getting an objective is, go slow, go through the right way, go systematic, and have some value proposition and a strategy in the mind. Thank you very much. I'm so happy and so grateful that you have stuck till for or invested over 15 minutes on this video. I'm so thankful to you.